On this video, let's talk about how Patek Philippe just discontinued several models for 2024 in their catalog. First off, I don't want to really sit here and discuss all the models because the reality is that a lot of these other models, although beautiful and nice, weren't really that popular. I can't remember anyone ever calling me for any of those other models, starting with the 37mm Pilot's model for women. Personally, I don't think that watch was that great. The 7234R really, for me, and in white gold also, not really a great watch. I don't really feel like that many women gravitated towards the look of that watch. So I'm not surprised it's discontinued, but I don't really think it was due to lack of sales, because we know there's plenty of watches out there that just sit on the shelves, yet they don't discontinue them. Let me just let this piece of shit behind me just fucking roll by. God damn, put you like in GTA right now and just get like a grenade launcher. Let the guy get off the boat first, of course. I think one of my favorite that were discontinued of the side models would be the 5230P. I think that's always a great looking watch. However, I do feel there's been plenty of other releases lately that kind of replaced that one. But let's talk about, for me, what is the biggest bombshell news of all. You know, the fact that they discontinued the Jefe, the 5980, and several other Nautilus models were kind of expected, and I'll explain why in a few. However, the fact that they discontinued the 5164A, I really did not expect them to discontinue this watch. Yes, it's been in production for about 13 years, but damn, this is actually a really nice watch, and it's one of my favorite aquanauts of all time. Personally, I feel that the 5167 is a little bit too thin. Kind of just feels like a teenager's aquanaut, like Fisher-Price, My First Patek. Something like that, you get me? However, the 5164 does, for me, seem like it commands a lot more wrist presence, a little bit thicker, a little bit more going on. Personally, I just don't really know where they're gonna go with this to replace that. You know, all these other models, like the 5168 and the 5968, are nice, but I do find them rather large. I think that the proportions for the 5164 are ideal and pure perfection. Sure, there's guys out there that prefer a larger watch. I'm just really not sure where they're heading with this. I personally think that this is a watch that could have stayed on the catalog for 20, 30 years and nobody would have been upset. But I was really, really surprised about it. This says there's gonna be big changes coming for that aquanaut lineup. Usually it starts like this. Stop what you're doing right now and hit that subscribe button now so you don't miss any of the content. Now, the fact that they discontinued the 5981R, AKA the Jefe, yes, I call it the Jefe, you should too, because it is the Jefe, doesn't come as a surprise, because they first got rid of the steel ones, okay? They got rid of the steel ones to kind of start phasing everything out. I guess they want to push everyone towards the 5990. Perhaps the 5990 is going to be the obvious replacement. Personally, as much as I love the 5990, and yes, it is a Jefe as well, I do feel that the look of this dial is a little bit more classic and traditional. Who's going to hate on a blue dial? Not me. But I kind of do like the traditional look of the Jefe, and it will be dearly missed. I knew it was going to be discontinued. It was only a matter of time. Everyone already asked me, even the same day, have these watches gone up? No, it just happened. Well, that was kind of the same day. It's been about almost 2 weeks right now, and I've looked at the prices, and yes, there's been a little bit of a kick, nothing major, something that's a bit more in the normal range, maybe $10,000 to $20,000 range, a little bit of a kick, nothing crazy. We're beyond the days where some stupid news article can double the price of a watch, or because some guitarist just all of a sudden decides to say that this is going to be the next collectible, and guess what? It becomes. We are beyond that right now. This is more about the realistic forefront. Another one that made obvious sense would be now the 5980 on a strap and the 5980 two-tone, which in that case right now completely closes out the 5980 completely out of the lineup, which is kind of shocking to me. The good news is there was many of these watches produced. Not enough like a Submariner, but there was plenty of these watches out there, so it shouldn't be a problem trying to get one out there if you want to buy one in the future. You're gonna have to buy it from someone like me in the great market. There's no other choice because your AD is no longer gonna get it for you. So the last two from the Nautilus lineup we're gonna talk about is the 5712R and the G. Personally, I feel like these were the weakest points in the Nautilus lineup. I never really liked that 5712G. I don't know, just didn't do it for me. It was very underwhelming. And then the rose gold one as well. I mean, personally, that's one of the ones that I'm not gonna miss that they discontinued. Doesn't bother me at all. I'm not surprised, but I am curious on where are they gonna go with this? What is the replacement? Because we do have a 5712 that just got released not too long ago in all rose, which is also a stunner. What is the plan? You know, I wouldn't be upset, and I say this every goddamn year, and these f***ers don't listen to me. I wouldn't be upset if they discontinued these several models and just didn't release anything this year. Why do we continue to need more and more releases and new releases and new releases? I don't understand. I would be completely shocked if they did that, because they won't. Nowadays, with this unlimited consumption of models and ideas, it's just nonstop. There's no way to get off this hamster wheel or train. So we're gonna have to wait and see what is it that Patek has come up with. What are the models that are going to be released? Is the 5980 completely done? No longer? Are you forced now to get a Nautilus in a chrono and a dual time zone? Is that what's gonna happen? We're gonna have to just get a 5990? Or will there be a rebirth of the 5980? Personally, I hope they just leave it as is and just move on. So that's it. That's my 2-minute rant on this topic. Go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. And if you like this video, share it. And if you have any other thing you want to add, put it on the goddamn comments. Thank you.